Ladies and gentlemen, everything is ready for the 2026 World Cup. We already know the 12 groups and the path that will take the teams to the grand final. And now, based on historical records, current form, and how each team is performing, we are going to project who can advance from the group stage to the knockout rounds of the 2026 North American World Cup. The most important tournament in sports is ready. We already know the three mascots of the 2026 World Cup: Maple, Sayo, and Cloch, representing Canada, Mexico, and the United States. In addition, FIFA, together with Adidas, has released the official match ball, Trianda. Now only time separates us from the start of the celebration, but it's time to look ahead. Let's go through the groups, starting with Group A. Group A is made up of Mexico, South Africa, South Korea, and the winner of the European playoff between Denmark, North Macedonia, the Czech Republic, and Ireland. As for the host nation, Mexico, its best historical results came while playing at home. In the 1970 and 1986 World Cups, they achieved their best finishes. That's why playing at home renews hope, supported by that positive history, although the challenge of going beyond the round of 16 still remains. South Africa arrives after a solid qualifying campaign, but their limited World Cup experience weighs against them. South Korea comes in with good form, looking to confirm their steady growth in recent years. As for the European playoff, Denmark appears to be the most likely team to qualify, which would significantly increase the competitiveness of the group. Historically, Denmark has the best record of advancing to later stages, followed by Mexico, while South Africa has never advanced past the group stage. With this scenario, the projection places Denmark as the favorite to finish first with a 42% probability, and Mexico as the second qualifier with 40%. Denmark's slight advantage comes from their greater goal-scoring ability, meaning goal difference could be decisive. South Korea is projected third with 18%, while South Africa has almost no real chances. Therefore, Denmark and Mexico would advance. In Group B, we find the other host, Canada, along with Qatar, Switzerland, and the winner of the European playoff between Italy, Northern Ireland, Wales, or Bosnia. This group looks difficult for Canada, especially if Italy qualifies. Italy is the most historically successful team in this group, followed by Switzerland. Italy has a slight edge despite recent inconsistencies, while Switzerland is very close behind. Italy and Switzerland would advance. Group C consists of Brazil, Morocco, Haiti, and Scotland. Brazil is going through a rebuilding phase but has a promising generation, possibly led by Neymar under Carlo Ancelotti. Morocco arrives as a rising African powerhouse after their success in Qatar 2022. Brazil and Morocco would advance. Group D includes the United States, Paraguay, Australia, and a playoff winner. It's a very balanced group. The United States and Paraguay would advance. Group E features Germany, Curacao, Ivory Coast, and Ecuador. Germany looks to bounce back, while Ecuador is in great form. Germany and Ecuador would advance. Group F includes the Netherlands, Japan, Tunisia, and likely Poland. The Netherlands are favorites, while Japan has grown significantly. The Netherlands and Japan would advance. Group G is led by Belgium, along with Egypt, Iran, and New Zealand. Belgium and Iran would advance. Group H includes Spain, Uruguay, Saudi Arabia, and Cape Verde. Spain and Uruguay would advance. Group 1 features France, Norway, Senegal, and a playoff team. France is the favorite, with Norway as the main challenger. France and Norway would advance. Group J consists of Argentina, Austria, Algeria, and Jordan. Argentina and Austria would advance. Group K includes Portugal, Colombia, Uzbekistan, and Congo. Portugal and Colombia would advance. Finally, Group L includes England, Croatia, Ghana, and Panama. England and Croatia would advance. With this, the knockout stage is almost complete. Only the best third-place teams remain to be confirmed. These would be Canada, Congo, Turkey, South Korea, Ivory Coast, Senegal, Algeria, and Cape Verde. This sets up the knockout bracket. Germany versus South Korea, France versus Cape Verde, Mexico versus Switzerland, Netherlands versus Morocco, Colombia versus Croatia, Spain versus Austria, United States versus Canada, Belgium versus Ivory Coast, Brazil versus Japan, Ecuador versus Norway, Denmark versus Senegal, England versus Algeria, Argentina versus Uruguay, Paraguay versus Iran, Italy versus Congo, Portugal versus Turkey. And that's how the knockout stage would look based on history and current form. However, things could still change depending on the playoffs. For Mexico, the best-case scenario is Denmark not qualifying. For Canada, it would be Italy not qualifying. Still, this is football. Anything can happen. Unexpected teams can always emerge, just like Morocco did in the last World Cup. For now, these are the projections heading into the 2026 World Cup. That's all for today, everyone.